The Hungary and welcome everyone. Let's play, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to the Hungary for the Hungarian Grand Prix, racing at the Budapest. There we go.
We're live on the outskirts of the capital, Budapest, at a track that's extremely popular with both the fans and our drivers. I'm of course talking about the Hungary Ring, where we're about to begin the Hungarian Grand Prix. 14 corners then for our drivers to navigate at the 2.7-mile Hungary Ring today.
There are 3 sectors.
It's 6 lefts and 8 rights around a lap here, with
2
average
DRS
speeds
zones
in the region of 120 miles per hour.
With 14 turns here at the Hungary Ring here at Budapest.
And what would any Grand Prix weekend be without the one and only Anthony Davidson, alongside me as always, to talk you through the action. Now I want to ask you about Lewis Hamilton.
Well, it was a really impressive lap in qualifying to get pole position, but are they going to be able to hold on to the lead into the first corner with so many quick starters around them? So we're in for an exciting start then, I'm sure, and then they'll all start to settle down a bit and try and find a rhythm as they plan the next phase of the Grand Prix. It's important to know when to push and when to hold back so as not to overcook those tyres early on.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Perez, Lando Norris, and Ricciardo, Vettel, Gasly,
Gasly with Yuki Tsunoda and Esteban Ocon,
Sainz, Fernando
Carlos
Alonso,
Sainz, Fernando Alonso,
and
Leclerc, and Charles Leclerc,
Mick Schumacher, Mazepin,
Nikita
Antonio
Mazepin,
Giovinazzi,
Antonio
and George Russell.
Giovinazzi with George Russell,
Latifi and Kimi Raikkonen finishes off the grid.
and Kim Raikkonen
It's
back
almost
to the grid.
time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
We're racing Budapest here at the Hungary Ring. Let's let it set up really quick. I was like dry. Here come the lights. Here we go. 5 red lights are on. And we're underway at the Hungarian Grand Prix. Oh, here we go. Into the inside on Max Verstappen. And we got him into P1. And we're 3 wide. And we're going 3 wide into turn 1. And we're 3 wide into turn 1. And turn 2 now, coming to turn 3. Little slide at turn 3. And Ricciardo now into P2. Perez into P3. Bottas have to back off early. And just let Verstappen stay out in front. Into the little bus stop chicane. You can't help one thing. Only very fast. Here we go. And now we're at 2.2, the gap to Daniel Ricciardo ahead at P2. So we're at 2.2, 2.3 now, the gap to Daniel Ricciardo behind P2. Wow, a little slide right here at turn 13, the first U-turn now, the final U-turn into turn 14. Here we go on the line, and we set a fast lap of the Grand Prix, 1:22.9. Here we go, braking again to turn 1. And now it comes to turn 2. Oh, a little slide again at turn 2. Saved it fastest again, sector 1 than anybody. After turn 4, we're coming to turn 5. And into the little bus stop chicane. 6 and 7, after turn number 8. Now turn 9. Now turn 10, moving to turn 11. First little advance in sector 2. Turn 12. Now turn 13. Now the final curve. The final U-turn into turn 14. Now we start the final lap of the Hungarian Grand Prix. 1:18.5.
The fastest lap of the race so far.
Wow, we said 1:18.5, fastest lap of the Grand Prix. DRS is now enabled. Turn 2. Towards turn 3. We'll go a little bit wide. Not going to improve fast time of the first sector. And now turn 5. Getting to the little chicanes. Little bus stop chicanes. Now to turn 14, and we'll see the checker flag and win the Hungarian Grand Prix.
That's the race win.
Daniel Ricciardo, and the driver of the day goes to Daniel Ricciardo. Daniel Ricciardo, driver of the day.
It's victory in Budapest then, and what a victory it is after an incredible Grand Prix. Anthony, tell me, what was it that helped them achieve
thank you, Ricciardo.
Well, this was a real team victory. They put together a solid strategy today that appeared well suited to the conditions out on track. The driver did everything that was expected of them in the moment to really execute the team's plan to perfection. A shining example of how F1 really is a team sport.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it.
Time for the champagne. Here we go. Just spray me, Ricciardo. Here, take this. I'll spray your back. And spray, spray, spray.
It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Now, let's discuss, Ants. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
Well, Crofty, Daniel Ricciardo would have to be my driver of the day.
Wow, good
It's less
choice,
about what
Daniel
he did
Ricciardo.
right, but how little he did wrong. Perfect driving.
Wow,
Ants,
good
an
choice.
end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
So we win the Hungarian Grand Prix with 4 minutes and 0 seconds. 4 minutes and 0 seconds, and we'll sign detail fast lap of the race 18.5 with Daniel Ricciardo comes to place, and Sergio Perez will round up the podium. Sergio Perez will round up the podium. Max Verstappen 4 for P3, P4 finish for Red Bull, and Valtteri Bottas 5th, Lando Norris 6th, Peter Gasly 7th, Sebastian Vettel 8th, Yuki Tsunoda 9th, and Esteban Ocon rounds up the top 10. With Fernando Alonso in 11th, Carlos Sainz 12th, with Charles Leclerc 13th, Mick Schumacher 14th, Last Stroll 15th, Antonio Giovinazzi in 16th, with George Russell 17th, Nicholas Latifi in 18th. Kimi Räikkönen 19th, and Nikita Mazepin will finish in 20th in last place. And Nico Mazepin finishes in the 20th in last place. Now look at the standings. Honda in the lead with 279-point lead over Sergio Perez. Daniel Ricciardo moves up into 6th, Stroll down into 8th, and we've got Sainz down into 9th, Fernando Alonso down into 10th. He's now 36th, but Peter Gasly now 36th, so they're now tied for the top 10 in the standings. And the constructors' standings, Mercedes will get top 429 over Red Bull. McLaren moves up into 3rd. AlphaTauri down into 4th, and Aston Martin moves up into 6th with 64 points back, and Ferrari now down into 7th. And that's going to do it for the Hungary. And we'll see you. And next up, we're off to Spa-Francorchamps, so we'll see you at the Spa-Francorchamps for the Belgian Grand Prix.